The Smolensks. Interesting. In fact, I don't see any changes to this lineup at
Yeah.
all. No, they dumped the
Yeah.
Conqueror.
Yeah. I don't know that I agree with this decision.
Mmm. Mmm.
So I think what they're saying is essentially we made a bunch of mechanical positional mistakes as opposed to ship mistakes,
Fair.
and they probably like that person said on my stream, they probably said we got to get it together.
Well, that's if that's what they're saying, that's fair criticism from my perspective.
Yeah. And you five people have just been pied.
All right, here we go. Game 2 of this quarterfinal match. PWP versus KSC. PWP has made no changes to their lineup. Same ship lineup they brought last time. Double Kremlin, Des Moines, Moskva, Stalin, double Smolensk, and double Daring.
And like you were commenting earlier, we have I exploded. Keep going.
We have made no changes that I know of to your lineup.
Yes. Yes, like you had commented, the lineup is pretty much the same. So I think it's more coming down to how the gearings are going to play and how the team is going to back them up. That's going to be the key to this game.
Now, they might be better served with this map, this team composition on this map, because there are islands closer to a lot of these cap circles. I'm being a little disingenuous, but like the Smolensk positions that I saw on the last map felt a little awkward at times, especially the double Smolensk, like open watering north of sea on Warrior's Path. It was kind of like, what are we doing? That's weird.
Well, that's okay. The problem is the battleships didn't go where they expected them in the last game. The
Yeah,
battleships went up the channel between B
true.
and C and up the side between A and B. And nobody would have expected them to go there.
It's true. PWP sending their destroyers to B and C. Kirov airships Daring getting reoriented to reverse into the bottom end of the B cap. Ghost of a Smile chugging up the 7 line headed to C, backed by UNSC's Kremlin. And that's Miracle Shikaku's Smolensk. Shinjo's Moskva sitting snuggled up this island in G5, backing up airships Daring. The remaining 4 ships, Kremlin, Des Moines, Stalingrad, and Smolensk, all headed over towards the 1 line, looking like they're going to go make a play for A.
Well, that's interesting because it looks to me like they're setting up to kite away from A on the KSC side. Both Smolensks are going to that island north of D2, DC2 area. And I think that's a very strong position, assuming they're spotting. Now that's the key. To try to block a push.
Both destroyers at B getting radared by Moskvas. So the very early attempt to cap B by both teams coming for nothing. Now the Moskvas trading fire at each other. We've definitely seen a resurgence of Moskva in these last couple events.
Oh, well, yeah. Aussie Zeus, by the way, just want to comment, came dangerously close to getting a torpedo first trouble. So that happened. Meanwhile, Drift has decided he doesn't really feel like going for C-Cap, and he's going around C-Cap. He's now smoking up Sauerkraut in the Des Moines. He wants to get Sauerkraut into a better position to support his push into C-Cap, but doing so means he's not going to have smoke.
Ghost of a Smile now reversing into the bottom end of C. We can see the smoke cloud going up behind him. Obviously, we don't know from this side of the map who's in there. But Ghost looks like he's going to chill out in this cap and see if he can flip it.
Torino, interestingly enough, has chosen to use radar, and I'm not sure why. Because, well, is B-Cap being contested? Is there... No,
yes.
B-Cap is not.
Yes, Kirov was into the bottom end of B, and he's reversing now. I think he's radared again? I'm not sure how.
So he might have...
Does the gearing outspot Daring? He does, barely, doesn't he?
Barely. But
yeah.
Yeah, so your Daring was detected by Torino's radar for only a millisecond. Because of the radar changes, only Torino could see him before the rest of the team could see him, and that's what caused the difference. So Aussie Zeus is going to come away with this cap. As both Smolensks now, Schwartz and Long Dog Megatron, are reversing their way into A cap.
Yep. KSC bagging B, PWP bagging C, as Kirov does continue to slowly reverse. Now he's back into the bottom end of the B cap. Not content to let KSC have it. He's determined to fight for it. As Silmane's Des Moines is pushing into the A cap to try and start flipping that. But definitely getting farmed by... Oh, and a big hit coming in. That's the Yamato shells coming in on Silmane. Shadow Wolfish.
Yeah, no. We did not see that hit, although now we see the Des Moines afterwards.
Yes.
Pretty damn low.
Pretty damn low. Down about 15k or so. But I don't think they're going to be able to dislodge Silmane from that cap. So they should be able to pick that cap up as well. They'd managed to drive Kirov off the B cap yet again. Quite the cat and mouse game going on here in the center of the map.
I just want to comment, another set of torpedoes narrowly missing Aussie Zeus over there. Meanwhile, Drift is getting positioned, so now Sauerkraut has moved to a really strong position. Torpedoes just fizzled right in front of him. And Drift is now getting ready to go into the cap, or not. I think he's going to back in.
Ghost of a Smile has now backed into where he's sitting on the bottom end of B as well. Maybe anticipating this move, maybe just looking for a way to... Well, I'm just not sure, but he's chilling out there. PWP bagging A, working up a one cap advantage here with 6 minutes gone, about a 40-point lead, slowly growing as KSC looking for a way into the board position that they've set up. Now, one thing else that we haven't mentioned until this moment is that Torino and Shinjo, this Moskva duel that's going on across the center of the map, up and down the 5 line, Shinjo is doing much better, right? Torino is now having to burn at least 1 heal, and I think some of that is because Shinjo has been periodically getting shells from the Kremlin. Whose Kremlin is this? This is UNSC's Kremlin, way over on the 8 line. Aussie is radar now.
Whereas Shadow Wolfish, unfortunately, is on the other side of the island, unable to help his cruiser in the same fashion. Now,
Correct.
Drift has backed into sea, and he's about to cap. Interestingly enough, USNC is pushing hard.
He is indeed.
Furious pinging going on. It's, let's see, G9, G10, F10. Do you guys have something over?
Oh, my goodness. Long Dong maybe going down here. 1,000 HP. He does.
Whoa.
Way over on the
Quincy.
1 line. PWP bags the first kill of the game as well. Now, what was your question,
Now,
Zath? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but that's just hubris. I mean, no smoke being drawn at all from Long Dong there. That was just blatant. Like, I'm not afraid of you. Oof. I was wondering what's going on with the 9-10 line. There's a lot of pinging going on around G9, G10.
The Smolensk is in G9. He's able to farm Mega Zao for free, basically, but they probably don't have anybody with eyes that can see him due to the island cover.
Ah, okay. Got it.
Torpedoes coming in, hunting for UNSC here, but he should be able to dodge these. He might take one on the bow. I think he's going to take one on the bow. Yep.
Ghost of a Smile is detected now.
Yep.
As the second set of torps are going to miss a USNC.
Yep.
UNSC.
Drift and Ghost kind of spotting each other now. Ghost opening fire as Smolensk and Des Moines shells start to come search for him.
Oh. Schwartz goes down on the other side. That's it for that side.
The other Smolensk on the 2 line dying. That's huge. Those guys, it feels like to me, Zath, those guys were left out to die. I mean, the Yamato position doesn't do them any favors. They were just sent over there to farm these guys, and I mean they got a bunch of damage, but they're basically dead for no gain.
Drift now backing up into a torpedo. Oof.
2 ships up. Both teams ticking up 1 cap. A 200-point lead for PWP here. 9 minutes gone. Getting close to the halfway point of the match. PWP it's all them right now. They finally got eyes on the Smolensk, and Miracle immediately smoked up. That's Miracle Shokaku's Smolensk down in G9. That's continuing to shell Megazao's Kremlin. Torino continuing to be on the wrong end of this Moskva duel happening up and down the 5 line. Shinjo now has double his HP.
He's not doing too well there. Aussie Zeus could have come back and just try to smoke him, but he's chosen to stay over at B cap, and I think that's a big problem. They're just constantly going back and forth over that.
We see Shadow Wolfish now repositioning, headed due east along the D line. I'm wondering kind of where he's going, what his plan is, or if he just wants to get involved in this cruiser duel to try and help his guy get a leg up. That looks like what he's doing. His stern turret just fired at Shinjo. And there come the rest. Decent hit on Shinjo, but nothing catastrophic. Somebody is splitting time in the B cap. That's got to be Aussie.
I mean, that's pretty much all he's done all game is just sat there
Right.
and played reversing games
Well,
with Kirov.
It's going to get worse for KSC because the Des Moines, the Smolensk, and the Stalingrad at A are now reorienting themselves to come due east and start getting involved in all this shenanigans around the B cap. And when that finally happens and they're able to make their presence felt, KSC is going to really struggle. Bunch of single-fire torps headed up the 7 line here, looking for Megazao, who's been continually farmed by the Smolensk and G9 for a tremendous amount of length of time. I don't know that Mega's going to be able to dodge all of these. In fact, I'm almost confident he's going to take at least one on the bow.
Yeah, those torpedoes have not been spotted. Oh, there they are. It's the beauty of single-fire torpedoes.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh, he's going to overcorrect and eat one on the belt?
Two.
One on the belt, maybe two. Yep, he takes them both to go with a flood. Nope, he puts the flood out. Still in the game, Megazao clinging to life.
This is, I mean, it's up to PWP to throw this at this point.
Yeah, KSC they're down over 150,000 hit points here. They own no caps. They're losing control of D. PWP is just relentlessly pushing them back across the entire board.
Yeah, I think Megazao has realized he needs to push forward hard and try to get this broadside shot on UNSC if he's going to win. And that's not going to happen.
I don't think he's going to live long enough. Even if he does it, he's not going to live long enough to take the shot.
No, I think he blew a shot early to try to get that kill. Oh, Shinjo goes down. Torino wins the duel.
Torino does finally manage to win the duel with the Amato's help. That's KSC's first kill of the game here with 7.5 minutes to play, but they're still upside down, well over 250 points.
UNSC takes the torpedo, but that's it for Megazao. He's gone.
Yep. These cruisers on the 9-10 line, this Des Moines and this Smolensk, Zath, to me, I don't feel like they've had a whole lot of impact in this game.
Yeah, I just feel like KSC came in here and, I mean, they had an idea what they wanted to do.
Oh!
Where was that?
UNSC
over there.
blows away the
Right into the
Smolensk with a
smoke.
blind shot in the smoke.
They had an idea what they wanted to do, but unfortunately, PWP did not do exactly what they wanted to happen. And I think this is a good example of a team not making changes out of respect for what the enemy team is going to do. Basically saying that, you know, our game is better. And in this case here, I think that's cost them 2 games now.
Almost 500 points difference here, under 60 seconds on the timer. PWP looking very strong to head to the semifinals here, become one of the top 4 finalists for the second time. I don't think KSC can do anything about it. I can't imagine that they have the ability to come back from this health and this board position.
Oh my god. I mean, PWP has what, 5 times the health at this point?
Yeah, it's just the gap is just too large, and it just got worse. 10 seconds, this is over. This is over. PWP is going back to the semifinals for the second straight King of the Sea here on North America, with a 2-0 sweep of KSC.
Yeah.
KSC played such a good tournament, Zat. They made it this far. They've never made it this far before, but they just happened to run into The defending champions who just showed everybody why they're the defending champions.
Oh, absolutely. So, you know what? I mean, that's a well-deserved win
Very much so.
for PWP. And you know what? It might be a good, I guess you could say, learning opportunity for KSC.
I hope so, because this KSC is a team that's come back to King of the Sea several times. This is the first time they've made it this far. And to me, that just shows that they're continuing to improve, continuing to get better. We saw several different looks from them over the course of this event, which I love. I love a team that's able to adapt their strategies, or even better, develop multiple ones to deploy on different maps or in different situations and execute them well. So we know they have that ability, and I look forward to seeing them in King of the Sea 10. I can't.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited to see them come back because they played so well this event, and they just ran into this PWP buzzsaw. And
Now, interestingly enough, '07 Devastating Strike